Hey, how's it going? This is Ebonix33, aka the cheapest podcast here. There want to be no jumper podcast here, okay? I should have put something right here, like maybe your name on top or whatever, but this
I
is
thought you were gonna put a logo or something up there for
right,
real.
right. It should. I had a postcard in my car also, like I had like multiple ones because it's supposed to be like maybe like a music video idea or something,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just left it in there. But yeah, my name is Ebonix33 on YouTube or Ebonix TV. I got a new DC artist named Freshman Jeff. Freshman Jeff, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. Shoot, this is a Sunday. I had nothing to do but be here. So, God is good. I was a little sick over the weekend. Not no COVID or anything like that, man. But, a little bit of, coughing and whatever. But I tested. I'm good.
Yeah, I feel you. I was
Yeah.
a little sick yesterday too with a hangover.
And did you get tested?
That one had a pretty good cause effect there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it went a little hard on Friday night.
yeah. So where are you from? For the people that don't know,
I'm from down in Southern Maryland.
down in Southern Maryland, like what part? Like Waldorf, La Plata, something like that, or
So I was
further
born
out?
in Clinton, and then
You from Clinton?
yeah, originally, and then
I didn't know that.
when I was like real young, we ended up moving over into Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, Maryland.
Yeah,
Okay, how'd you like it out there?
it's too quiet.
Too quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still in Dunkirk now?
I'm moving into DC. I'm actually in the process of moving this week. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So you're gonna move to DC and you're gonna start linking up with more people, linking up, navigating, networking.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's more to go. Okay. So you're a rapper. I heard some of your music. Some of my favorites would be the Sailor Moon, or is it Roses? Or they're two different songs.
It's this. So we got Rose, and then I got it in parentheses. It's also Sailor Moon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
one of those
'cause
songs where it's like
when I was listening to, it, I
Yeah.
saw Sailor Moon, then I saw Roses. I didn't know which one it was.
it was like one of those songs where I just like I didn't know I was dropping it, and it was like I didn't know which name to go with, so I was just,
Right.
just like fuck it both.
Yeah, because I like the Looney Tunes track. If you have good bass in your car, my car doesn't have good bass right now, but if you had good bass in your car, it goes. I like that song a lot. I also like the Roses, or is it called Waifu Part 3 or something?
Yeah. So like all three, like Waifu was like the original song that kind of started it all.
Okay.
And then I ended up recording Looney Tunes, and then I recorded Rose, which is also Sailor Moon.
Okay, and you created it in that order?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what is your what's some of your song creating process? Like, do you hear the melody or do you have to hear the beat first? Do you create a melody yourself? What's your process? If you could take that.
It
If
just
you could
kind
take us through that.
it just kind of depends on the vibe. Sometimes I'll be home, like if I'm just home like messing around like freestyling, then I'll just go ahead and find like a beat, and I'll just go ahead and start like rapping to whatever I find.
Mm.
And it's just like if I start having a beat that like I have a dope freestyle to, then it's like I'll go ahead and start writing down some of the freestyle and take it into the studio.
Okay.
And I don't know if the producer's like easy to work with, then I'll just work with that producer. But if not, then like I'll just go into like I'll talk to my engineer, and he's normally pretty good about being able to cook up a beat that's like on that same vibe.
Mm.
So
Okay, that sounds good, man. I tried to put a song in the studio years ago, man. It did not go good, man. I thought I was killing it in the booth, man. I can't a producer, man. You could just see it on his face. He was not fucking with it. That
hey,
was the end of my rap career right there.
you just need the right engineer, bro.
Yeah. Because I had a friend also, and, he thought he could sing. The producer was just selling him a dream, and then I figured out how much he was paying him. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta get the bill paid somehow. So, is there any DC artist or Maryland, Virginia artist that you looking forward to collab with, or that you currently working with now?
There's a lot of DC artists that I've like been getting to meet recently. Yeah, I've been like recently I got to meet it was like this one producer I know, NASA on the beat,
Mm-hmm.
and then Trap Vibes 808. But those are a couple of producers that I'm really like wanting to work with.
And they're all from like the DMV area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I've heard you mention a few times, and I might screw his name up. If you see this, no harm, no foul. Is it Golf Boy Star
Yeah, yeah, Goth Boy Star.
or Goth, like Gothic or something
Yeah,
like
like
that?
Gothic, like Goth Boy Star.
Shoot, I'm crazy. I wrote GOLF. Okay, so Goth Boy Star.
Yeah.
So is that someone you working with? You in, networking with? Who is Goth Boy Star? Who is that?
Yeah, so yeah, he's got a few names, but I ended up meeting him up in Philly,
Okay.
and then yeah, it was just kind of like I would go back and forth between Philly and New York with him a lot of like last year,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of like got me into a bunch of studios that like honestly without him I would have never like been able to find like
Wait. Okay. So you met him in what? Pennsylvania, right?
yeah, he
And then
basically
he
like
showed you around and stuff, or
yeah, it was like maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. So I don't know, everything happened like really fast for me, like
mm-hmm.
because it was like I ended up dropping my first song, and that was the Ballad of a Broken Heart, and then that was in 2000. I think it was in 2020, the very start of 2020.
Right.
Uh, I was like right after I moved back here. After that, it was maybe about like a month or two later. I actually got into my first studio session with Carl Money Moss.
Mm.
Uh, he ended up like we ended up making a song, Clout Collector. I ended up dropping that. Goth Boy Star ended up hearing my music, and like he was just like he fucked with like my sound. So then
Yeah.
it was like he tried to hit Money up to like basically find me. Money never like told like sent him my information. So he basically just ended up like
Okay.
somehow he ended up finding me on Instagram.
And Money is someone you work with,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
that's
you?
Carl Money Moss. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I hopped on Looney Tunes and
So who's?
Gone Days with him too.
Oh, okay. So he's the guy that's featured on Looney Tunes, the
Yeah.
song. Okay. Because should I mention the AR? I mean, I'll cut this part out. Should I mention the A&R thing or no?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah,
Okay. Okay. So I heard you met with an A&R. You did some Zoom call or interview or something like that. And what were some of the songs you played for him?
yeah. Right now, I just played Looney Tunes. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna go ahead and play for him. What else I'm gonna play for him? But yeah, if you want to check that out, that's the Easy to Smoke podcast.
Yeah.
I'll be on there every Sunday at 4:20.
How'd it go the first time around?
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna
Were
lie.
you nervous or were you shaking, holding the phone the whole time, or how was that?
I was a little nervous. I mean,
Yeah.
first like big podcast,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's your first, step in there. Once you get the hang of it, you just go crazy.
Yeah.
That's great. So let me ask you, what are some of your favorite songs that you've recorded? I know you have your first song was the Ballad of the Broken Heart,
Yeah.
and then
That was like once I created that song, and then whenever I like created that song, I was like, damn, I rap like Drake.
oh yeah,
And then I was like,
were you going through some Drake shit at that time?
yeah, going through like the whole heartbreak and all that.
What inspired that? Oh, the heart.
Yeah.
Oh, you had some real heartbreak going on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, okay. So that's how it started.
yeah. And then it was like yeah, so basically it was like Goth Boy Star hit up Money asking for like my information.
Okay.
Money wouldn't give it to him, so basically he found me through Instagram, hit me, told me to come up to Philly, basically was like, yo, go half on a studio session with me and Milk Boy, and like he basically just brought me into the studio and started
Yeah.
bringing me into studios from there.
So do you go to
And-
Philly often to, make some connects out there?
Yeah. It's normally like Philly. Recently it's been a lot of going up to New York. And then yeah, actually Goth Boy Star ended up introducing me to those people over at the Compound DMV, and that's been like a
Okay.
good like local spot for me to go over to and record.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you done any shows recently? Are you still performing? Have you done any shows recently?
Yeah, I actually just recently got back into like doing like getting out and doing shows again, because it was like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember. That's right. You had one in was it in Philadelphia, right?
yeah, that was the Next to Rise
Okay.
competition. That's through Sony Hulk.
Okay.
Yeah,
How'd it go?
it went pretty good.
It went pretty good. Was the
Yeah.
crowd fucking with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
How
my
many
sound
songs
is
you
so
did?
like different from just like what everybody's been like putting out right now.
Yeah.
But it's like I definitely had like, it was like you could see like a few people in there were like bumping with it, but it was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, it's like a competition, so it's just like nobody wants to show that they're like fucking with your song, you know?
Right. Did you go by yourself? Did you go with the crew or something? Or
Yeah, I had to roll dolo up to that one.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask. So you perform more than one song? You did all your hits or something? It's not on the
Yeah.
radio yet. But did you?
Yeah, so that one I ended up performing. I ended up doing Weifu,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did Look I'm Flying, which I haven't dropped yet. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that one.
All right. That sounds good. You know, it's a good thing you getting back out there doing the shows. I know the whole COVID thing was kind of difficult for everyone, but I don't know if I should even be saying COVID. I should say the C word. You know, that's everybody's getting muted nowadays. So,
Yeah, you're gonna have that little bar at the bottom of the video.
yeah, people are out here performing. You know, being more free. Don't really wear masks that much. So,
Bro, I was
it's good to
horrible during
see.
the pandemic.
You were horrible during the pandemic. Well, what happened?
I was not wearing my mask at all. I literally was still going out to nightclubs, all that.
Because that shit, like, I'll be honest, like,
I'm not even
it
gonna.
will give you anxiety. It really would.
Yeah, that's why I was just like the entire time that like I went through it, it was just kind of like if I get it, I get it, and it's still like I lost my dad to COVID, unfortunately, and it's
Really?
just like yeah. So I
Wow.
mean that's kind of been hard on me like the last like year, but
Did you
even
deal?
still,
Were you able to like deal with that or face it or?
yeah. I mean like it's just kind of you got to keep that mindset of like you just got to keep going. Like
Damn.
that's just gonna happen in life, you know. You can't just let it like
Yeah.
ruin your whole life.
Yeah, my dad got he got sick himself. He had like a stroke and all that stuff. So it's been kind of difficult, and I haven't really came to terms with that. But just like you said, it's life. It happens. So, damn. Let me ask. So during that whole pandemic stuff, man, like, is that when you started to grind on your music?
Yeah, it was really just like it was like I don't know, before it was really like losing my dad that just kind of pushed me like over that edge to where it's just like
To not hold back or something?
yeah,
And
I'm
just-
making this happen. Like
Yeah.
no matter what happens, I'm making this happen.
Yeah.
Like
That's kind of the feeling I got now because, like we all live in our own little bubble.
yeah.
And hard to say. We all live in our own little bubble. Some people, you don't think you're ever going to get old or anything like that. And instances in life just start happening and come out of nowhere. You're like, damn. Like, I remember, that day, like my dad had to go to the hospital and stuff like that. And they said, oh, it's not looking good. I was like, what are you talking about? I just saw him the other day.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to having people pass away. I never experienced that. So, for him to be terminally sick like that, it's okay, I got to start growing up. The things I want to do, I need to start pushing it out there. So that was like an instant battery in my back to start making things happen.
Yeah, it was like I remember I got that. It was like I got the one call like early that morning. It was like probably like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's like I literally just got back from the studio, maybe 4 o'clock that morning.
Yeah.
So it was like I had all of like 5 hours of sleep. I got a call from my mom, and it was just like, I don't know. You ever just like get a call from somebody, and it's just
Yeah.
like you get that feeling in your
Yeah.
gut, like this is gonna be bad.
I had one the other day, man. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah,
I was like,
it
what
was
happened?
like-
What happened? I try to beat her to the punch. Like, what happened? Is everybody all right? Everybody straight?
And it's just like she called me. She was like, "They're taking your dad to the hospital right now." Like and it's just like, fuck, and it was just kind of like immediately I was just like, I knew I was like, all right. It was like in the back of my mind, I was like, you know what I mean? Like
Did
part
he
of
have,
me
like-
like knew,
Yeah.
but then it was just like a lot of me just kind of like, oh, he always like he goes to the hospital all the time, he'll
Yeah.
pull through, like just kind of like, because it's like he was the type of person that would like he cut himself, and it was just like he wanted to make sure it was good. He would go like get it checked,
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah,
Damn.
And then it was just kind of like I got that call maybe like 10, 15 minutes later, like basically, and yeah, my mom was just like, he didn't make it. It was just like I was already on my way down to like,
Oh, to go see him.
yeah.
Shit.
So it was just like I had to pull over on the side of the road and deal with
Yeah.
all that. And yeah,
Were you close with your dad?
yeah, he was like one of my biggest supporters.
Oh, that's
So it's
awesome.
just like,
That's great.
yeah, once I lost him, it was just
It's
kind
like
of
Don
like,
West.
yeah,
With Kanye, you know?
really,
Yeah, damn. That's tough, you know. Yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's deep. Let me ask you, so with this music journey, where are you trying to take this music? Like
all the way to the top.
all the way to the top? Like you want to be like the next Playboy Cardi? You want to be the next Juice World or something, or the next Nas? like but you trying to? I mean, I get it. You trying to do as most as you can.
Yeah, I want to be like I want people to see me as somebody that came out and like created their own wave. I don't want I don't want people to like see me and say like, "Oh, he sounds like so and so." Like, I don't know. One of the biggest things that frustrated me early on was whenever it was like I would talk to my friends and it would be like, "Oh, you sound like Young Gravy." I was just like,
Yeah, damn.
yeah. And it's like no diss to Young Gravy. Like, I fuck with you, Gravy, if you hear this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but like, yeah, it was just kind of like, I don't know, because it was like I always came out, and it was just kind of like whenever I came out like with my music, it was just like I don't really feel like there was like too many people that were really doing what I was doing, you know?
Right. So I mean, I get it. It makes sense. So you pretty much want to carve your own lane, right?
Yeah,
Like,
just kind of like more so like a lot of people they come out and it's like they're rapping about like guns and drugs and shit, and
Mhm.
it's like I don't know, I like rapping more so about like just like the love and heartbreak and like all of that,
yeah.
like shit that like people live through, you know?
Mm.
And I get like
I
I
get.
get like
Well, go ahead.
yeah, I get like the like there are like that is like what people live through and shit in a
Mhm.
way, you know? But yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Because I remember. I mean, I don't know if you know or not. But I remember when J. Cole came out and people kept comparing him to Drake and a couple of these other artists that was around when he was out. So what J. Cole did eventually just carve his own lane, you know, with the growing the hair and, you know, and
Yeah.
little, you know, not wearing down, you know, the whole jewelry and all that stuff, just being himself, no fancy, flashy car, even though he was getting paid, but
Yeah.
he just carved his own lane completely out, you know. And I'm not the biggest J. Cole fan, but I respect that 1,000, you know. Nowadays, when you see Drake, you can appreciate him. Once you see J. Cole, you can appreciate him in his own lane, you know,
Yeah.
and who he is. You know, you don't get him mixed up with a Kendrick or a Drake no more like
Yeah.
before. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah, that's much respect to that, man. You know, carve your own lane, because it sucks to hear like, oh, hey, yeah, man, I like your music, man. You remind me of so and so.
Yeah. And it's like
like that.
I understand what they mean where it's like they're just like they're mostly like complimenting the mix or
Yeah.
like they're complimenting the
And they
bars.
being
Like
sincere.
yeah, they're just trying to tell you that you sound good. And then it's just like yeah, but as an artist you take that and it's just
Yeah.
like damn, I'm trying to be myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to carve your own lane, you know. Yeah, I get that. So is there anything else like if you were to have 3 features right now with any artist that's living right now, give me 3.
After the Party AP,
Okay.
probably Drake. And even though they beefing, definitely Kanye.
There we go. I had to say, I had to whisper, guys, man. I don't know if y'all know, I got my Yeezy. I gotta throw that in there. I got my Yeezy. Sure, it costs a lot of money, but you know what? I don't care, man. Yeezy the GOAT. But so you say Drake, Kanye, and who's the other guy?
After the Party AP.
After the Party AP.
Yeah.
Have you made songs with him before, or have you worked with him before?
Not really. I mean, it's like I've definitely gotten some beats from him before,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, that's the most I've really gotten to work with him.
Yeah. Hey, shoot. Good luck to that, man. The Drake feature, man. Whew. Kanye feature. Especially with all the he's getting on right now. You know, he recently came out and says that he apologized to the Jewish community because, you know, he just watched 21 Jump Street. He saw Jonah Hill, and now he knows he appreciates them now. I laughed so hard when I saw that shit, man. What do you think about that?
It's
If you don't want to
funny.
answer that, you ain't got to.
It's funny as shit, but I don't politic.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. And I'm going to steal that. It's funny as shit, but I don't politic. There we go. I'm going to steal that. Yeah, man. So let me ask. Last time I talked to you, I remember you mentioned you wanted to, not after or whatever, but you want to be working on like some clothes or merchandise and all that.
Yeah, I've been working with a few people to go ahead and actually get some designs done up for merch line that I want to get started.
Okay.
That should be added onto my website. That's freshmanjeff.com if you want to check it out.
Freshmanjeff.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good, man. Because I think that's a great way. Like social media, there's so many ways to make more extra money, or, you know, have your fan base support you in other ways that, you know, doesn't have to go through the label and all that. It's just straight to you.
Yeah.
So whether it's like Patreon or your own, you know, merch line or clothing line, you know, anything to support the artist, that's great in my opinion. Let me see. Where could I go? Let's see. Did I ask you what your favorite songs of yours is?
Yeah. So,
If you were to give me your top 3 of your song.
probably Bitches and Marijuana,
Mm-hmm.
Looney Tunes, and it's not even out yet. I don't know. Are we just doing ones that are out right now, or are we doing like
Ones that are out right now.
All right.
That people could go check on YouTube or Spotify.
out right now? Probably Waifu. Yeah, be that third one.
Yeah. Mine would be the Bitches and Marijuana. The Looney Tunes is number 1 for me. Then it'll be like what's it? This is not Sailor Moon. Roses.
Yeah.
And then I'll put the Waifu number 3. Yeah, so Looney Tunes number 1. No. Bitches Marijuana number 3. So Looney Tunes number 1, Roses number 2, Bitches Marijuana number 3. Yeah. You remember that time when we tried to film that video and we were like in Chinatown? I gotta bring that up, man.
Bro.
That just popped into my head. When you said Waifu, I remember we were doing a video for that.
Bro, I am never wearing a Louis vest in Chinatown again.
Yeah, I was thinking about it because, like, I was there, I had one of my cameras on, right? And I had my bag with another fancy camera. And I was thinking to myself, I said, okay, I'm taking pictures here, and this is game night. And I know there's a lot of people walking around. And I see a group of certain people, you know, kind of scoping a little bit, but I couldn't focus because one of my eyes, I had to focus on you to get you a sharp picture or whatever.
I was watching him the whole time, bro.
Yeah. And I thought about it. I said, you know what, man? I said, in my head, I was like, yeah, we probably got to wrap it up soon. Because not only did one of my cameras die, but I'm like, it just felt kind of sketchy.
I mean, I was watching, like, once I started watching the one dude clutch, like,
Yeah.
the entire time, that's when I started watching him hard. I was just like, all right, he clutching, like, they plotting.
Yeah. Yeah, because we seen a couple of them pacing a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
just very, very, very curious. Normally you see somebody with a camera, oh, okay, someone got a camera. Oh, okay, taking a picture. Okay, whatever. They keep walking. But they were just hesitant a little bit, you know, and it made it so obvious. I was like, okay, something is going on. I'm in D.C., not the best area to be, even though it's game night, but don't get caught lacking. You know, I'm with the guy that has a Louis Vuitton printed. See, if it was Louis Vuitton on the inner, that's fine, but printed
it's
like
like-
a freaking panda. You can't miss it.
That
Then he
shit
got a
was, like,
rollie on.
It was reflective, too. Like,
Yeah. And then you got Louis Vuitton glasses, too, man. He's stunting on everybody out here. I said, this is not the best.
like,
This is not the
literally
best look
wearing
right
more than
now.
most people make in a week. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shoot, you was stunting on them. So I see, so in my head, I was like, yeah, we probably gotta kick it real quick, man. But yeah. Yeah, so how's that process going? Like, did that guy ever come back to like edit video and all that, or?
so I got to send over the videos to him. I know that, yeah, you just sent that over to me. He's still in Japan.
Okay.
Until think he's there for another 3 days.
Okay. He'll be on his way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once he comes back, I got a few things that I already sent him money for, and like,
Yeah.
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 I'm not even letting the dude get his vacation. I was like, bro, I'll let you get your vacation, and then about 3 weeks into it, I'm already sending him messages like, bro, I got more work.
Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, man. Shoot, I wish I had cause I had like this fancy gimbal that I never used. I balanced it the other day, but then I put this one on it, and when I was trying to move it around, it was working okay. Then it started moving on its own. I don't know if the battery is low or maybe I just screwed it up because it started bumping against the frame and all that. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it was pretty fun. Doing the pictures and stuff. I had to throw some fancy edits there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Well, not few. I say maybe like 10 of them I really like. But the best one I think is probably the one with the lightning. It looks kind of moodish or whatever.
Yeah, that was hard.
I saw when you put it on the flash. I said, that looked low-key legit.
Yeah, I was trying to use that for my Instagram profile picture for a while, and it was like, so this last weekend, like my Instagram all fucked up right now because it was like this last weekend I was trying to get verified, and it's like Instagram has so much like stuff that you have to do on your page to make sure that it's verified. Like your name has to match your ID and all that.
Okay.
So it's like I was trying to do all that, and then it was like people started asking me. They were like, "Bro, did you change your name?" Like, because I had to change it from Freshman Jeff to like my government name, like Jeff
Really?
Carrier. Like, yeah.
Wow.
So it was like,
because you'll see some of these celebrities, man, and they don't have their government name on there.
yeah,
That's wow. I didn't think about that.
yeah. The struggles of being independent.
Are you verified? Yeah, right. Yeah, once you're independent, you gotta, try extra. What did Big Sean say? You got to extra try.
Yeah.
For real, man. Because, I'm nowhere near on that level, man. Once you find out to get verified, man, let me know, man. Because I need Twitter. I need Twitter to get me verified as well. Let me fix this camera. I bumped this joint. Yeah, I need Twitter to get me verified. I got like maybe 4 followers on there, but hey, I'm me, man. I'll show my ID.
You got more than me.
Elon Musk, man, come fuck with your boy.
Bro, I don't even be on Twitter at all. I
Dogecoin.
need to get on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I know. I see Money Moss on there. He be just like posting like what he tweets on Instagram, and it's just like somehow that goes. I'm just like,
I gotta find like an Instagram, Twitter type of formula, man, or a TikTok formula. Like, what do people post and when do you post? Me, I would add stuff to my stories. Like any silly video I find, I just put it on there. Instagram be having me dying with some of these clips, man. But
yeah, I'll just be posting up like I normally just be sharing my songs or like music that I fuck with, like whatever I'm listening to, Either that or I'll just be like posting up like some motivational shit. Like,
yeah. I got a friend, he posts motivational stuff all the time, man. And then I'll say something like, I'll be like, man, come on, Harriet Tubman. I'll be like, man, come on, Morgan Freeman or something like that, man. Because I ain't trying to hear this stuff every day, man. But daily affirmation is, important and positive. Do you have any of those, like daily affirmation? Like, do you remind yourself who you are every single day or anything?
Yeah. Every time that like
I do it on Monday and I don't do it again. But go ahead. Go ahead.
My bro, I got one bro, he calls me up every single day, and it's just like he reminds me about like who I am and shit. Cause it's just like straight up like I said, like if I literally didn't have Golf Boy Star, like bro, like my motivation would have died like a year ago.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, it's always good to have those people in your corner, man, for real. Like you need people that could kind of, I don't want to say feed your ego, but you need people to kind of like boost you up a bit.
Yeah.
But then you also need people that would keep it 100 with you. I had to learn the hard way myself or whatever, but I got a couple of people that keep it hardline. Like what they see, they'll call it out on it.
Yeah, that's how
they piss me off with it. But then I think about it. I say, you know what? Yeah, they're probably right.
That's how Star is. It's just like he'll like be coming at me like at night, and it's just like he ain't even really like coming at me. He's just like he ain't even really like coming at me. He just kind of like telling me what I need to hear, and it's just like I don't want to hear this right now.
Because when you take it hard at first, like, this dude is an enemy right now, man. He hating.
Yeah.
And then
and
once you realize, like, nah, he's trying to give me some solid advice.
yeah.
You know, I remember I was hooping one time outside in the summertime, and there's one dude that always talks shit to me for whatever reason. You know, I try to be the bigger man, ignore it, and then out of nowhere, he's like, man, you be bullshitting, man. You better not have these, people out here or whatever. I was like, man, whatever, man. We'll get into it a little bit. And then when I got home, I thought about it. I was like, this dude don't, we're not even cool. But he kept it real with me. I ain't gonna lie. That really inspired me. I don't like the dude still, but I liked him for that,
Yeah.
So, we build, good respect or whatever, It's always good when someone keeps it 100 with you.
Yeah.
So, like, let me ask you, so do you have, like, a mixtape out, or do you have any album or anything you're working on at the moment?
Yeah, so I got The Game of Life out right now,
Mhm.
and then I have another album that I'm working on, kind of hoping I can get a little bit of a budget for it, because, like,
Should be expensive.
yeah, I'm, like, halfway through mixing it
Yeah,
right
Pendant
now,
route
and I'm
sucks.
just, like, yeah,
But it's a grind.
it's, like, I'm halfway through mixing it, already, like, $500 or $600 deep, like.
So you know how to mix tracks yourself?
Nah, I'm, like, paying engineers.
Oh,
and, like,
okay.
Yeah.
Collaborative effort. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's, like, I'm
You
already
get more
about, like-
done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, man. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. To have, a bunch of people working on it. Do they give you criticism, or do they tell you, hey, this might work a little bit better? Like,
Yeah. Like, my one engineer, Zach, he produces for me too.
yeah.
Shout out Soma. Yeah. He always be like, whenever we're, like, working on a track or something, he'll be like, and we're in the studio, it's like, if he hears something, or, like, yeah, he'll, like, tell me, he'll be like, bro, go in and, like, try hitting it like this, or, like, try, like, harmonizing a little bit, or, like, yeah.
So they're working on, like, your cadence a little bit, or
More
or-
so, like, melodies.
melodies and, like, approach.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
just kind of, like, different kind of ideas as far as, like, not necessarily, like, main layer, but, like, more so as, like, stuff, like, as backup. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Like layering on the track and
Yeah.
ad-libs and all that stuff.
Yeah, like, because it's, like, I don't know. It sounds really good when you, like, do, like, just, like, one layer on a song, but then once you add, like, just, like, singing in slightly different ways into
Yeah.
the background, it makes it sound so much, like,
Yeah, I agree.
more, like, in depth.
I agree, because I listened to this I listened to Michael Jackson acapella, but it was like, I guess they call it stems or something when they separate each layer or something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess it was around the bridge or whatever. And I didn't know his voice was that damn deep. Like, he sings super light, and then he sings all the way down here, just stacking layers of singing the chorus a different way.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I thought he had other people to do that, but I was like, damn. It sounded great.
Yeah, no, it's like straight
Like,
up.
by itself is nice, but with all the layering, it just took it to another level, man.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the songs that I like have. It's like 4 or 5 layers just on like one
Yeah.
part of a song.
So let me ask you, if someone was to come in this room right now, and I say, hey, I'm Ebonix, the new No Jumper. And someone say, hey, who are you, freshman? Your name is Freshman Jeff. Who are you? What would you say?
I'm a rapper and music artist from Washington, D.C.
Okay. Let me ask, so when people say rapper, you just describe yourself as a rapper. Do you just call yourself a rapper, or like a rap artist? Like,
More like a rap artist.
more like a rap artist?
Yeah.
Because I started to think about the difference. Like, busting rhymes, I think that's like a rapper, just straight bars all the time, or like a Nas or something. But rap artists, I think more of a Kanye, more of a, Drake, people that, they take risk and they change things up, but they still give you that good quality at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of what I do with my music is like I'm in the booth just kind of like experimenting with my voice and
Yeah.
like just kind of seeing what works.
Right.
And like I don't know. Like half the time it's like not even half the time. it's like a solid like 95% of the time it ends up working, and like the 5% of the time it's just like we'll just hit delete. Like
Yeah. Do you ever save something that you, I don't know, like maybe freestyled or something you came up with, but it's just not ready right now? Do you ever save one of those and come back and visit them like months or years later?
yeah, I got a few songs right now where it's like I got a verse. Well, I have like the whole song. Like I got like the hook and the bridge like basically set up. I just need to put a verse on it.
Yeah.
Like,
So
and
you
then
see a lot of potential in that?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I got a Christmas song that I got like just sitting in the vault basically.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know why I don't know. I just thought of you probably don't know. It's like Cameron. He had like not Cameron. It was Bad Boy with Puffy was P Diddy was called Puff or whatever. He had like Christmas thing over there. I just thought about it, but it was like super. Calling elves hoes and all this. Talking about getting hoes and shit. It was funny, but so let me ask you. I know I asked you who you wanted to work with. Like if you could work with any artist, who are some of the artists that had a big influence on your upbringing? Like influence now, but during your upbringing as well. Like who's some of the artists that inspired you? And it could be music and I don't know, maybe sitcom or something.
Yeah. Uh, so probably like one of the first rappers that I ever actually like listened to was probably like Weird Al. Like
Weird Al Yankovic.
yeah,
What song was that?
bro, it was White and Nerdy.
Oh,
Someone sent me the parody of Riding Dirty, and it
yeah.
was like I was maybe in like third or fourth grade at the time, so it was like, and it was like down in like Southern Maryland, so it was just
Oh,
kind of like
okay.
I didn't even know about Riding Dirty at the time. So it
Wow.
was like once I heard that song, and then I realized like somebody was like, "Yeah, it's a parody of another song." I mean, I was in fourth grade at the time, so after somebody explained to me what a parody was,
Oh
I,
yeah, yeah.
I ended up like looking up the original song, and then that kind of like got me like into listening to like Eminem, uh, and then that kind of like once I started listening to Eminem, it kind of like saw me like, oh, like there's other people that are being bullied in school like
Yeah.
the same way that I am and shit like that. So I
Yeah.
was like, that kind of made me start like listening to like the hip hop genre a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, it was kind of like I started listening to like Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah. So, do you think Eminem gets like his flowers enough, or do you think he's still hit with that? I don't want to say stigmatism, but do you think people just? Let me just say it this way: do you think he gets enough flowers?
I mean, he's definitely one of the OGs of rap. Like he's definitely going to like. I don't think anyone can really deny that he's going to go down as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like the cultural barrier that he broke. It's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because they had like
It's
BC Boys and Vanilla Ice and all that, but they weren't on the height level as Eminem was. Like,
yeah, exactly.
people
It's like
now is still checking for Eminem. Like now, if he was to drop an album now, that thing would still go platinum.
yeah,
Still, and he's been around since I believe late 98, 1999.
yeah, and it's like
You know,
yeah, Vanilla Ice. He was like he's good, but
I
like
just
he
know
was
one
good on
song.
one song.
I just
Yeah,
know one song.
yeah. I
And then
think
I
that's
heard some.
everybody.
Yeah, I just know one song. I never
Vanilla
watched the
Ice
music
has
video. I
other
never watched
songs.
it. But yeah, Eminem, and he's one of the goats. I got to give it to him. And me, I'm not really an Eminem fan like that. And I know I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but I'm not really a big M fan like that. But I can respect the level of rapping and artistry still. I like more of the earlier Slim Shady M. From
Yeah,
like
like the edgy.
99 to like 2004. That was my type of M that I enjoyed.
Like when I was a kid, like his edgy lyrics, just like about to stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids. Like that shit
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
that sent me as a kid. I was just like, what?
Yeah, because he got some inspiration from like people like, you probably don't know this, but this rapper named Big L.
Yeah.
There was another one named Mace also. More so of the murder Mace, not the P. Diddy, shiny suit Mace or whatever. But, he got a lot of influence from people like that, NWA and Wu-Tang and all that. But yeah, man, yeah, I got to give it to him. I got to give, flowers where they're due. He's one of the greatest. And I'll often sit back and think about this. I don't have to necessarily be a fan of the person to appreciate them.
Yeah.
So, like, another one would be, like, Beyonce. Everybody's always bringing up Beyonce, but I just never thought she was all that until I saw her perform. And then I said, okay, yeah, she's a hell of a performer, but I just never cared to really listen to her music like that.
Yeah.
But when I saw her perform and how she takes music very serious, I got to give her flowers, I appreciate it. I'm not really a fan, but I appreciate her grind.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. So, I don't want to say in 5 years, blah blah blah. I know everybody says that. So this is 2023. This is what, month 3. We're about to approach April soon in a few days. What is your goal from now to, I don't know, to New Year's, to 2020, to the beginning of 2024? What are you gonna do for the rest of 2023? Let me put it that way.
This year, it's pretty much gonna be just like, I guess, the grind to sign.
Yeah.
Like.
So you want to sign to a major, or you want to stay independent?
I'm
trying
to.
And
like, I've been doing this independent for a while.
Yeah.
And I just, like, you can keep grinding, like, and you can make it work independent.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm just kind of looking at this from the standpoint of, like, where I'm at. It's like, I'm 26. Like, I don't want to be, like, 35, still broke, like, trying to make it,
Hey, man,
so
I'm 35 and broke. I'm trying to make it, man. What are you trying to say?
My bad.
No, I'm not 35. I'm not 35 yet.
I wasn't trying to come at you. But no, it's like I have seen, like,
I got to tell my coworkers, man, give it up, man. You're 30. You're 36, man. Jeff said 35, give it up, but you're 36, man. You got no chance. That's a wrap, man. No more freestyling in the metro station, man. Niggas trying to get on the bus and go home, bro.
Oh my God, bro. That's sad.
He saw a Michael Jackson video, thought he could do anything, man.
I mean, it's like everybody should follow their dreams, and it's like, if like you have the money to where it's like you can be doing this and like still live comfortably, then like no hate on you, like straight up, like, but like, yeah, it's just like me personally.
You're not trying to be wearing skinny jeans when you're 35, man. Getting into the club.
Like, I'm trying to be like,
I get what you're saying.
Like, I'm trying to be like out seeing the world at that point. Like,
that's what's up, man. Good luck to you in the summer, man. Hopefully, you really grind in the summer, get your music out there. I think that'll be great, And whenever shows come by, I think you should, take advantage of it. Try to get more people on the side. I think it's great that you're trying to make your presence here in the DMV more. And you also got connections in Philadelphia. You probably take over the East Coast and expand.
That's the dream. That's the hope.
That sounds good.
That's the goal, I should say. Not a dream.
Yeah.
Not a dream if you're working towards it.
Right. Oh, yeah. Right. That's a bar. Let me ask you, so where could people find your music if they wanted to look for a Freshman Jeff?
I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out my unreleased on SoundCloud. I'm on YouTube, Tidal.
Okay.
Anywhere that you can find music, pretty much, you can find Freshman Jeff.
And for all you guys, the link will be in the description to all those outlets. I'll put them in the description. And follow Jeff on Instagram. Don't forget that. What's your Instagram name anyway?
Fresh J Light It Up.
Say that one time. I didn't catch that.
It's Fresh J Light It Up.
Okay. Well, y'all know I'm going to get his information later, so I'll definitely know what he just said.
My bad. I'm a rapper. I talk fast.
Right. Most people, they would just shake their head and agree that, yeah, that's right. they cut off the interview like, what the fuck did he just say, man?
Hey, it's real easy. It's like you about to smoke. Fresh J, Light It Up.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, thanks for coming out for the interview, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, I'd like to see what you're gonna do in the future.
100%.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
That was, well, I mean, that was pretty good.
Versus